Welcome back to the Battlegrounds. It's my turn again. We're taking a break from the craziness of the standard ladder. Remember when Battlegrounds was the arcade-ish sort of game mode?
Yeah.
Damn. We're still heavily involved in the challenge here. Last time JJ played Pyramod, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Which is not really what you want to be playing.
Well, don't worry. We won't do that for another while.
That's correct. And I'm actually going to be the first one here to get a selection of 3 heroes since I've opened more than 6. Was it 6? 30? 20? What's the threshold? I don't even know.
30.
A bunch of packs.
I can tell you which one of those 3 is the best.
I also know which one I'm going to pick here, I think. By the way, if you haven't done it, you can go check out our pack opening. We had a huge pack opening, over 100 packs, to start the expansion. So, if you want to see that, go ahead. We had some pretty good stuff there, especially towards the end. Got pretty interesting.
By the way, the best one of those, if you know how to play him, is Dance and Daryl.
Dance and Daryl?
Yep.
Stop it. Get out of here.
Yes, that's his.
I'm not even going to believe you. Dance and Daryl is awful.
You're going to freeze that other homunculus?
No. No. I'm not.
Dance and Daryl apparently is one of those that most people just play him wrong.
Yeah, no one can tell me that. Where do you get that information?
Reddit, actually. Someone has been demonstrating, first of all, explaining the strategy, and then also there was the point where it's like, oh yeah, like, Dance Daryl actually has a lot of top 1 finishes.
Alright, and then what's the strategy for Daryl?
Oh god, it's complicated. And because the way most people usually will play him is that they would just buy and sell until there's like 1 million with all the buffs on it.
Yeah.
Which is something you can do in certain stages of the game, but it's not recommended to do it all the time. Right. And I think you also only really tier up to 3 or 4. And there's a bunch of different things. Like in different phases of the game, you do different strats, and apparently you can then somewhat reliably win.
Alright, that is interesting. I've always found that Daryl to basically want to be absolutely one of the worst. I'm going to be honest, I've never played with him. That's the other thing. I've never, maybe once, but I don't think I've ever played with Daryl so far.
Intuitively, it doesn't seem very strong, but from what I've read, it seems like there is a very specific strategy with which you can, in fact.
I don't feel like feel like buying into that, but if you think it is, you can convince me otherwise. Feel free to let me know, Mr. Reddit person. Leave us a comment and we can discuss that. But yeah, we're trying to build a demon deck here. I'm going to get me a token minion here, just so I can get 2. Or even push the... No, I'm not going to push the hero power. I'm just going to get another one. Next turn, we probably hope... Well, ultimately, we'll be getting 2 minions. Demons will be nice.
I mean, you could have had the Vulgar Homunculus from 2 turns ago. You could have frozen it twice over. That would have not been that far-fetched.
No, I don't know, man. That's probably going to be another one that comes around. Watch if we never get another homunculus again this entire run, obviously. But we're playing.
Also, noteworthy, Floating Watcher is now a thing.
Floating Watcher is there, yeah. That is true. He's been introduced lately, and he's pretty good too.
Which is actually one of the things. Like, there was always a discussion of like demon versus mech kind of sort of thing, and I think mech was kind of almost
look who's there,
the more reliable one to some degree, but. Now you have whatever he's doing there. Now you have Floating Watcher in Demon, which makes it a lot better, I think, because you have Vulgar Homunculi and you also have the Wrathweavers. Mm-hmm. So you have a lot of damage procs. So correct. I personally could see that be good.
Early stages, I was more on the Demon front. Against the people were arguing mechs versus demons, which you will get there. I was more in the demon sort of circles. I played more mech recently, and I think they're pretty good too. They're very reliant on junk bot in the late games, but you can make 6. You can somewhat reliably make top 6 if that's your aspiration. But getting top finishes kind of relies on junk bot a lot, I think. But with Floating Watcher, it's tough to call. Stuff over a while, there's sort of a meta that develops and stuff just kind of balances itself out. Yeah, some not so good hits there. Hopefully we can get some more demons going soon. Optimally, Soul Juggler is obviously very, very strong.
Well, Soul Juggler is particularly strong if you have something like in gang boss.
Yeah.
Because right now with what you have, it's not that good actually.
That is true. We just have a full board right now. We don't have very good stats on individual minions.
Something that I recently learned, right?
What you learn?
The player with the most minions attacks first.
That's such crucial information, man.
Yep.
I always was trying to figure out if it has to do with rank. Like the higher ranking player or lower ranking player, the one with the more minions attacks first.
Yep.
That's massive. That is insanely massive, actually. So hopefully me here.
Yep.
Yes.
Well, I'm not sure if it considers before or after the hero part, but in this case you have more either way.
That is so interesting. I didn't know it.
I honestly didn't know that either. I just found it out.
What's your sources, man? Where you getting all
That's
this
actually
stuff?
the same Reddit post that the Dead and Daryl information is on.
At least useful for something. Alright, there's my juggler. I think we're going to take him. But we are also going to roll for... hopefully not the demon there. Doesn't seem to be one right now.
Well, there's the Wrathweaver and the Voidwalker.
I'll take the Voidwalker, and I'm going to build this probably more on Soul Juggler than on Wrathweaver.
Well, yeah, if you build on Wrathweaver, you usually would want the Wrathweaver to be one of the very first things
you just take a lot of damage with Wrathweaver, so it's a bit dubious.
I mean, there's a combination of you already having taken a lot of damage and also just the Wrathweaver being very late, because usually you want Wrathweaver on one of the first 2 turns, pretty much.
Yeah, you want him. Ultimately, it's the first minion you grab.
Yeah.
And then you run away with it. Starting turn 2-3, you just get 2 demons down, never look back. The Soul Juggler relies more towards the path of stuff like Imp Gang Boss or Void Lords.
Yeah, because without the summons, you're not going to get that many juggles.
Correct.
That being said, the juggles can be impactful either way.
Yeah, not if you're juggling into the Divine Shield Givers, though.
Yeah.
That's more counterproductive than anything else.
But I mean, they're going to die at some point anyways, but definitely effectively only dealing 1 damage is kind of unfortunate.
Not good.
As a matter of fact, you've had a lot of bad juggles in this one.
Boy, we had a lot of bad traits and bad juggles this entire run so far. We got to pick it up a little bit here, man. This feels like back in the early days when we started playing Battlegrounds. Everything that can go wrong is going to go wrong.
Yes, I am familiar with Murphy's Law.
Mm-hmm. Amalgam's pretty good.
What was the quote? Murphy's Law states that when you say something wrong on the internet, you're more likely to get an answer than if you just ask the question.
Yeah, for sure, absolutely.
Which was a different law, but that's the whole thing.
That's
the whole point.
That's the absolute gospel truth, though.
Yeah, no, but someone actually wrote that exact post. Like Murphy's Law states that you're more likely to get an answer to just by giving a wrong answer rather than asking the question. It's not like right. The first response was actually not Murphy's Law. That's it's like
absolutely
my point exactly.
It's terrible. All right. Let's have his hero power not hit Juggler or Amalgam. You know what? Let's just not have it hit Juggler. How about it? Murphy. I'm challenging Murphy. I'm calling Murphy out right now. Let's have hero power not hit Juggler. I didn't even hero power. That's interesting, but he has a Juggler. Let's have his Juggler not hit my Juggler. How about it?
I was about to say, let's have your Juggler hit his Juggler. How about that?
That's much preferable over the alternative. Alright.
Oh my god, your Juggler died.
Yeah, I mean honestly that cost me 1 star. I'm not even gonna be too mad about this. Considering what I've seen the last couple rounds, that was actually pretty tame.
There's an Overseer?
Yeah. Which I'll take. And I'll just upgrade here.
There's another Overseer?
I'm on a Freezer and a Floating Watcher actually. Which I'm not gonna take that much damage on my turn, so I might not take it, but I'm gonna take this one for sure later. So, will we be buffing these demons? Got Bran. Divine Shields. I'll do it. I'm gonna start being extra careful pretty early here. It's not been looking too great so far. So we gotta.
I mean, it's not that early.
Yeah. There might just be one. So
You are already at tier 4 and you tend to be on the more slower upgrading side of players.
That's true. I'm trying to get Mal'Ganis rather quickly, even though that's not as prevalent with Juggler as it is with Wrathweaver.
I mean, of course, one of the main reasons to run Mal'Ganis would be to counteract the Wrathweaver, but with Floating Butcher existing, that's also... Yeah. You can only have one of the two, really. Because if you have Mal'Ganis and Floating Butcher isn't going to do shit.
So in this case, kind of backfired, put the Amalgam first. Not the greatest idea there. Yeah. That order probably wasn't preventable at the end.
Oh my god, so bad I tied. Who cares? You didn't take damage, that's all that matters.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of do want to win. It was sort of at a stage where winning is probably a good idea.
You could have taken the
no,
the magnetic if you wanted to.
Oh yeah, I thought you meant the lookout.
I mean that too, but
I'll take this magnetic though.
I mean definitely, yeah.
That's a good magnetic. And boost this one up. Find the Mal'Ganis? Yuck. Gross.
If you want, you can just sell whatever you get and use hero power.
I mean, this is just awful, dude. I'm gonna get Threshing off for now and actually play it. For the only purpose being to hopefully get a 5-star hit out of it. But that's gross.
Would you still not rather put it before the Juggler, though? I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter because by the point where all the Juggler are dead...
Yeah, the Juggler
doesn't really have value anyways.
Now it's probably gonna run 2 Divine Shield when I didn't check it, right? No, actually not. That's good. Alright, we gotta keep in mind that Lich King has his Hydra. That's not good.
I mean, you did get some unfortunate trades, but you're still winning.
Yes, we are winning. That's true. At least good that the Taunt was on the outside. Didn't like the Hydra getting Divine Shield there, but it's fine. Threshing didn't survive, and Lich King's actually dead, so we don't have to worry about the Hydra.
Gotta remember, he has that Hydra.
He hated that Hydra. No Hydra no more. We're not doing that. Alright.
I actually wonder if the Kel'Thuzad's are completely random, or if it's always the latest player to get eliminated.
I felt like it would be the latest. It seems like it, right?
Because I think we had in the past gotten some really weak Kel'Thuzad's, though.
Yes, that is true. Now we have to take a precaution for sure here. And a buff. We got AFK.
You might want to put the Overseer next to the Wrathweaver in case there is something like a Hydra. Or 4 Reaper.
4 Reaper right now, Hydra now?
Just any kind of cleave.
Generally, if I usually do that when I've seen it from someone the first time.
I mean, I'm just saying it doesn't really hurt you.
That's what I'm pointing out with Lich King. Like, next time we gotta make sure if we play Lich King.
The thing is, it doesn't really hurt you not to do... Jesus Christ, he has 2 Floating Watchers and a Mal'Ganis.
And a poison, 7-4.
The Mal'Ganis and the Floating Watchers don't go well together, but, you know.
Holy cow. This lineup is... Whew. Damn. That's a hell of a lineup, man. We better not line up against this again.
Yeah, you barely lost.
Because that's an instant L, though. Like, but he's gonna get exponentially better here with all those Watchers.
No, the Watchers aren't gonna grow as long as he has the Mal'Ganis is the thing.
Alright, whatever.
Which brings up the question, why the fuck do you have the Mal'Ganis? You really don't need it.
Just yet.
I mean, I guess you buff the Watchers first and you play Mal'Ganis, but still. Doesn't even pick up the Voidwalker.
No. What's a Voidwalker these days anyway? Like,
well, it helps you get the triple on the Voidwalkers.
It's probably too slow, honestly, trying to go triples Voidwalkers. Brand did not have a Divine Shield. I'm gonna be these two doesn't matter too much anyway. I'm just gonna keep it like this, I think. This one is okay. Yeah, I think lineup's fine. As long as we don't have much poison, maybe poison Divine Shield combos, we're probably good against a bunch of the field.
I mean, it also seems like if you win this round then it's guaranteed top 4.
Yeah, top 4 I'd be reasonably happy with, honestly, with the way it's going.
Because George has to be matched up against another one of the top 4 people, and it's likely gonna die.
Ooh.
Then again, we do see how sometimes health is not the best indicator of where people are at.
Specifically with the demon strategies.
Well, but Brand isn't running a demon strategy right now, and he seems pretty well off. To be fair, the Battlemaster is, of course, profiting from him being at low health. But,
that was not good. Best case is a draw.
Yeah, and that is exactly what happened.
George is out though, so it's top 5 at least, which is something. I can take both of these, but I also need to make space.
Well, you can definitely sell the left Overseer.
Yeah.
You could then play Crystal Weaver, sell that, and then get the Imp Gang Boss. That would totally be fine.
I want to go with this for now. Do I need the Gang Boss? Honestly, I'm not even sure about the Gang Boss.
I mean, you just said he would look nice, right? Didn't you?
Is it time? So I'll get it.
And also, it makes really sense with the Juggler in general.
Yeah.
So the Wrathweaver, you can put that on there if you want for stats. I would probably not put it all the way to the left because of board space, but
nothing there to really pick up.
Really just need that third Homunculus, man. Just to get that board space.
I wouldn't mind a Homunculus.
And to get another 5-star. Which could be either Voidlord or Mal'Ganis. Both of which would... Well, Voidlord would be the one that's more prevalent for your strategy, but...
That is true. Oh, by the way, the reason... Because I've been asked. The reason that the face cam is in the bottom left is because it doesn't cover stuff up that's important.
Wait, did someone ask?
Yes.
I didn't even realize it.
Because you don't check the Discord.
Not that much. Well, it does cover up the left, the second, the top.
Yeah, but it would be worse if it would be much worse if it covered up top layer, because that's more relevant for longer.
We could put it in the bottom, in the top right, but that doesn't really work if we have
bad loss. Terrible. All right, we're top 5, I guess.
So
Brand lost.
So if you put it in the top right, it wouldn't cover anything unless we run Deck Tracker, which we do sometimes do on the ranked stuff. So.
Yeah, sometimes we do, but generally bottom left for Hearthstone is the best spot to have the face cam. So if anyone has a problem with that, I don't care. That was terrible from start to finish, pretty much. Top 5 is, I guess, okay, but given the lineup we had and the way it started off, we should have gotten much more out of this. Didn't go very well, but we're used to that on the Battlegrounds at this point. But definitely more coming up. Next time's going to be JJ's turn. See what he can do, and we'll have ladder stuff or just ranked stuff. Standard gameplay sprinkled in, new expansion, waiting for nerfs still, but it's going to be interesting. Got some decks that we're currently cooking up,
and of course, when the nerfs hit, we will report on that.
We'll report on them. Which is going to be important, and then the new meta might finally start after that's done. So stay tuned for that by subscribing to TrashcanTV, and drop us a like on the video. We'd appreciate that, and it would help us out quite a lot. Leave us a comment, and I mentioned our Discord. You can go join that. Link in the description if you want to talk to us, our community. Just hang out and have some fun, get better Hearthstone together, and just talk about the game. That's the place you want to be. So hopefully we're going to see you there soon. And until next time, JJ.
That's it.
That's it.